tomorrow is the day. It's been coming. We have said that this is actually going to be a test of the NPP's popularity more than Kumewu. Because Kumewu, yes, an NPP seat. I don't know what you guys think, but it's been a last week of massive campaigning. But I'm surprised the message has actually been Obeko jail, Onko jail, Obeko jail, Onko jail. I mean, I don't know why all of a sudden everything is boiled down to whether Jachikwesin could be going to jail or not going to jail. I mean, I don't know what you guys make of that.
I mean, I think it's the framing that is being done by the NDC and the NPP. I mean, the NDC hold the view that a way of winning this particular constituency is to put it across that a candidate they put up who won has been sacked or more or less effectively removed from parliament. So that is the framing they are going with. While the NPP, on the other hand, want to put across the fact that this is someone who clearly was not qualified to contest as the Supreme Court has declared. And so that is also their story as well. I think for the people of Assin North, I do not know the extent to which this will influence them. That's how come beyond these talks, you can see the government trying to construct rules around this time, the same issues that we've talked about all the time. And so it begs the question again that at what point will we send development to the people? Is it only when they do not have an MP? Unfortunately, last time during the Kumewu by-election, I heard someone make the point that I think Obuasi said if the MP, something happens to the MP, it means that they're going to get development. I think that we shouldn't get to that before the parties decide that they need to send development that the people deserve to them. But we are looking forward to Assin North to see what will happen there.
I'm only praying for peaceful elections because there is one parliamentary by-election where both sides are of the view that they will be able to win it. Looking at the outcome of the last polls, the NDC won by over 3,000 votes. But this time, the MPP, they have a new candidate. And the assumption is that the reason why the MPP lost in the last election is that they fielded somebody who was not popular with the people. Now, there's somebody they claim that is very popular with the people. He comes from the same town as Jachikwesin, which means that the field is almost level. The issue about whether if you vote for Jachikwesin is likely to go to jail has become the central point of the conversation because of the legal issues surrounding him. Development that has taken place in Assin North clearly is something that we can discuss at another time because it looks like once you have a by-election in your constituency, you are likely to have speed up development, which for me is not the best because whether the development will continue after the by-elections is an issue because we've had, concern from Kumewu by the chief themselves saying that once the election came to an end, they've seen that the contractors have packed out and have left. I don't think it is good for the governance of this nation. We'll have to wait for somebody to die or there's reason for a by-election before development is concentrated in that particular area. We need to stand up as a people because we have in our hands the power to decide who leads us, the power to force people to do what is right. If they are doing to you right now because they have a by-election, it means that you hold that power to give them or to allow them to go forward. And I think it's something that we should push them to do more.
But talking about pushing them to do more, for me also of importance is, beg your pardon, who gets to win? Now, this is seen by many as an election that would be a referendum on the government. I still have my doubts whether this should be seen as a referendum on the government because, in a by-election, when the government brings all its machinery to a constituency that could actually swing, there's, a 60 to 70% chance that the government will win. And so I say that, it'll be very difficult for the NDC to win that Assin North seat. Despite everything that has happened, it'll be very difficult for the NDC to win that seat. It's looking like the NPP. And Elton, you make the point. The kind of work MPP has done, in fact, right after the High Court ruling, they started working there. They always knew we were going to have a by-election there. Then you look at even the candidates that the NPP has presented. Now, last time I said, if the NPP presents Abner Drua, you can say this election is gone. They didn't present Abner Drua. They did their own, analysis and realized that Assin Breku, where James Jachikwesin hails from, Akufo-Addo won 12 of the 13 polling stations in the 2020 elections. And Jachikwesin also won 12. So they were voting for Akufo-Addo and voting for Jachikwesin. So if that's the case, they are going to bring a candidate from Assin Breku. And that's where Charles Opoku comes in. So they bring Charles Opoku from the same community and say, let's split it and see. how it's going to turn out finally. And so I think that, look, of course, I mean, if Charles Opoku is not as popular as Jachiko, he may not win, but they say he is even more popular. He's actually helped the community more. Mm-hmm. Let's see how it's going to turn out, but I think that going into these elections, the NPP has the upper hand.